What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. And salute to all the black men out there in America holding us down. Give yourself a round of applause for being that strong black man that you are. We definitely appreciate you. I know that I do. But on today's show, I want to talk about black men, right? Young and old, but this is kind of really for young black men who are out in the city of Chicago. Now, we know that the city of Chicago is a very influential city in America. A lot of African Americans are there. Many were there, coming from the South, in the Great Migration to look for a better life. And most of our blacks in Chicago are coming from that area, right? They are our people. But in the city of Chicago, it's been a lot of problems with, youth unemployment, a lot of violence in the last 20 to 30 years. In Chicago, it's just a really, really a dangerous place. Now you add this coronavirus pandemic, and Chicago is just even more scarier, right? Because not only is Chicago heavily affected by coronavirus, you also have the propensity for violence as well. But one of the things that distract young black men, besides women, are drugs, or fights, or a lack of career. It's Jordans. I mean, I hate to say this, but Air Jordans have been the black man's kryptonite for so many years, right? And I have Jordans, like I said, I remember when Jordans were coming out. My brother is older than me. In the 80s, this was popular. I was in the 90s when the retros was coming out. In 98, 97, the Space Jams, the patent leathers. I mean, I was there for all of that, right? And even then, we were getting out of class early, going to Foot Locker, catching a ride with somebody, standing outside buying Jordans and stuff. Like, I get it, we've all been there. But in the city of Chicago, because of the coronavirus, there is a lockdown to a certain degree, right? And this is something that happened a few days ago. There's a social media-based sneaker reseller in Chicago, right? And I guess what he told people was that he was going to be selling some Jordans out of this storefront. And when he showed up, and you're seeing some of the video in the background, many teens showed up, right? And as you can see, a lot of these teens are African American, blacks, right? And the brothers are just not wearing masks. They're not practicing social distancing, right? They're just not. I mean, despite the, Cook County, right, has 38,668 cases of coronavirus in Illinois. Illinois has 58,000. So almost 60% of the cases are coming from Chicago. And literally, blacks, especially black men, are dying from it all the time. 3,000 cases were reported on Illinois on Sunday, according to NBC Chicago. Yet you have young black men and black people willing to risk their lives for a pair of Jordans. And I mean, if this is a sneaker reseller, how much are these guys selling these Jordans for, right? I mean, it's probably, sneaker resellers, it's not like $100. Probably what we're looking at is $200, $300, $400. That's what we're looking at. All right? That's what we're looking at. And while we're looking at this, guys, I mean, I just want to know, and shout out to flyhigh.com, right? What if a lot of brothers had this same energy for standing outside wanting to work together, standing outside trying to start a business, standing outside to go in to buy some books. You know, I used to have a video, man, that was on there about how brothers would go to come to college campuses when I was in community college. They would be there with brand new Jordans on, and they would have a backpack with no books in it. Like, you know, you can come to class looking all good, but when it comes to the books, it's, you know, nowhere in sight. And black men will do anything, it seems like, for a pair of Jordans. I mean, even people die over Air Jordan tennis shoes, you know? And brothers spend so much money on Air Jordans. I mean, you look at the psyche of African American men, and I'm not saying this happens for all brothers, but like, bro, you do realize that you are the #1 risk of this disease. They don't have no delivery service. Like, you can't like order them or nothing like that. It's so bad that what you must do is get out there and stand in the damn line. And you know, in Chicago, standing in a damn line like that, you know, anything can pop off, right? Because, you know, you got gang violence there. Somebody might know somebody there, or they got beef with. All of a sudden, you got COVID, and then niggas start shooting. The next thing you know, it's a fatality there. And I really wish that the things that we are willing to come together to do, we don't have that energy for other stuff. We got it for Jordans. You know, we can bring black men together for stripping, you know? And this is, you know, shout out to brother Coach Ali's Corner. He has a video, or wrote an article on my site called "Talk About Money as Much as You Talk About Women." But you know what? Maybe he should have made an article talk about Jordans as much you talk about money or talk about women. Because you know what? You know, until black men get their mind off of these things that don't really mean anything, we're not gonna grow. We're just not. It's okay to like Jordans. It's okay to collect them. But bro, you're gonna risk your health for a pair of shoes? You got Jordans, but do you got health insurance, nigga? Like, these are the things. And a lot of this is coming from the young generation, you know, and they're just following in the footsteps that, you know, some of us did when we were young. But listen, man, we really need to tell young black men right now, listen, brothers, you guys need to, if you can, stay in the house, all right? This is not the time to be standing in line, ordering nothing, because you don't know who's gonna cough on you. And let me tell you something like right now. The coronavirus is nothing to play with. All right? It is just not nothing to play with. It's serious. It's a real deal. And for a lot of brothers out there that, you know, you think that you don't have no symptoms, you think that you're fine, it can take you out. You don't have to be unhealthy. There's a New York hospital, and the hospital has confirmed that coronavirus is so potent now, it can cause brain aneurysms and strokes in healthy young people. So you could be sitting there standing in the line and catch coronavirus and be on the way home, and next thing you know, you have pretty much blocked arteries to your brain, obstruction of arteries, like you're gone, like that. Like, that's how serious it is. You have people that are having near-death experiences, or, you know, never thought that they would be sick. And what this shows me is that, you know, you have people here who don't value their health. They don't care about if they're gonna see tomorrow, but you care about Jordans. We need you to care about each other. If we can get black men to support each other like we support Air Jordan brand, we will be the #1 race of men on planet Earth. get your business together, brothers. Young black men, start building things with your brothers. If you guys can get up in the morning and go stand in line for Jordans, just think what you would do with more of that. And it's not just young guys. I know are older guys too doing the same thing. So I wanted to drop that for the young brothers out there and older brothers. Take care of yourself. Air Jordans has really hurt our community in more ways we want to admit. For some people it's a bad habit to buy them because it leads to so many other problems. But guys, take care of yourself. For real, we need our black men to be safe, right? So like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out all my information in the first comment pinned to the top. Check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/Negro Manosphere. Make sure that you like it and subscribe and follow the page, right? And guys, always remember, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.